What is up, ladies and gentlemen, this is Pookie once again, and today I will be talking about the developer live stream. I've watched the whole stream on Twitch and it was about 2 hours long, and now I'm gonna tell you guys the most important stuff I've heard in these 2 hours and make a short video about it so you guys don't need to watch the whole stream to know everything that's gonna be added to DayZ Standalone in the future. The first thing that I heard was the release date for the new render, which is planned for the first quarter of 2015, but it's probably gonna take some longer because the render is only worked on by one individual. And another thing I'm looking forward to are the world containers. For those of you who don't know what a world container is, it's basically that you will be able to put your stuff in, for example, a fridge, and the next time you play on the same server, all your stuff will still be in that fridge. This feature is planned for the end of October, so we still have to wait a little bit longer. It's also interesting because I heard that they won't expand the map borders, but there will be a possibility for another island, and in the next 6 months also the sounds of DayZ Standalone will improve. I've watched a fan-made video in which someone added more realistic sounds to all the events in DayZ. For example, opening a door had a more realistic sound, and that's awesome, and it adds more to the realism of DayZ Standalone. On the question how many players eventually will be able to play on one server, the developers said 100, but that won't happen till the server performance is better. Military items will be able to spawn with dynamic events. For example, we now have the helicopter crash size, but there will be more of these dynamic events, and the best loot, for example the M4 and probably some other high-end loot, only will be able to spawn on these dynamic events. And I think this is very good because people will explore more of the map to find some rare weapons. We are also only several months away from a more advanced animal AI, and this will be more realistic, of course. Also, suicide will be added, but only if there is some spare time. The developers told us that the chainsaw already has been completed a long time ago, but the reason why it isn't in the game yet is because they need to add some items to support the chainsaw's function, and I'm really curious about what function they are thinking of, because the only two things I think about when I think about a chainsaw is killing players and chopping down trees. And I gotta disappoint all the players who were planning to build a huge base in DayZ Standalone, because base building won't include towers and buildings over 2 stories. And what you can expect though is bases which consist of barricades, construction lights, stands and small player houses. But in the future DayZ Standalone will support mods, so there probably will be a mod which allows players to build huge bases. So there is also gonna be at least one LMG in DayZ Standalone, and the SVD sniper is also planned. In the future you will be able to smoke cigarettes and maybe use drugs, but you will get addicted once you use it. Maybe your character will get a buff if you smoke a cigarette, because else I don't see any reason why you would smoke. You will be able to lock doors and safes, but nothing will be truly safe because people will be able to, for example, lockpick your safes or bash open the doors you locked, and it's currently unknown if rivers and snow will be in the game eventually. You will also be able to craft traps in the future, and you will also be able to loot zombies, which is also awesome. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to give me an upvote on Reddit, which helps me a lot. This is Pookie, and I see you guys later.